On this episode, we are celebrating over 5,000 subscribers here on the channel, and I will be answering your questions. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Sunday Refresh right here on Tech Audit TV. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday morning. As a reminder, you can listen to the show on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. You can search for those, search for the Sunday Refresh, or you can just click on the links in the video description below, and you can go straight to those platforms and subscribe. So without further ado, grab your favorite cup of joe or whatever drink you fancy, and let's get into the show. Today's episode is different. Normally, I give you my 2 cents on some of the interesting tech stories that happened during the week. However, because this past Thursday, we as a channel, as a community, have passed 5,000 subscribers, I thought it would be cool to take some time and just answer questions from the community. So that's what we're gonna do today. So let's get into it. First question comes from Mo. Mo wants to know, what do you do for a living? And what are your future goals concerning YouTube? So I get asked a lot if I do YouTube full-time. The answer is no, I do not do YouTube full-time. I do not even do it part-time. This is just a fun little project I do in my spare time when I have some during the week. My full-time job, I guess the short answer is I'm self-employed. I run a company called marketcampus.com. I'll link to it below. In short, it's digital marketing courses you can take online. Next question comes from Zerams. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, but they ask, when someone reviews something, should they try to give their point of view, or should they be more analytical, or even better, show how it is actually used in day-to-day? So I would say the short answer to this is all of the above. Don't be afraid to be opinionated. In fact, I love YouTubers or TECHTUBERS who have an opinion. You can be opinionated, and you can also be analytical while still showing it in a day-to-day environment. I think that's a great recipe for a great tech video. However, if one of those things is not your strengths, or you do not have any type of desire to talk about those things, then don't. If you're not an analytical person, you don't geek out over specs and stats, then don't try to cover that stuff in your videos, because it comes across as not genuine and people won't follow you. So stick to what you love to do, what you know, have fun with it, and that will give you the best chances for success on YouTube. Next question comes from Craig. Craig asks, does your experience with Project Fi continue to be one you are happy with? Have you had any problems, and if so, what are they? So a little while back, I did a review on Project Fi, which is Google's cell service, and I loved it then, I love it now. I've had no problems really. Nothing comes to mind other than saving huge amounts of money. If you consider that a problem, I'm paying a lot less than I was with Sprint, and I explain why in my video. So yeah, even still, even today, I would highly recommend Project Fi to anyone. D Cutsbro asks, what new features would you like to see on the Google Pixel 2 later this year? So I do currently own the Google Pixel, and I love the phone. It's been one of my favorite phones of all time. If I had to have a little wish list, I would say definitely keep the headphone jack. It's sad that I have to say that. I'm not a huge fan of removing the headphone jack. More screen space is always nice. That would be one of the big complaints they have had in the past, is people don't like all of the white space here. So try to get some more screen space. Also, better speakers. It's no secret that HTC assisted with the design of the Google Pixel, and HTC is known for their fantastic stereo quality sound, and that it was not really the case on the Google Pixel. I don't think it's that bad, but that was a big complaint. I would also say fix the cooling issue when you're using this on the Google Daydream headset. When you're using this thing even for 10 minutes, this phone gets piping hot. It can burn your hands sometimes. That's how hot it gets. So I would say definitely fix that issue there. And of course, better water resistance and a sleeker design. I don't hate this design, some do, but I do think Google could step it up and come out with a much more beautiful phone this year, especially after seeing what Samsung did with the Samsung Galaxy S8. Eric wants to know, what's the most unusual piece of technology you own? So I don't really have any like odd tech. I pretty much just buy what I need. However, if I had to look around and pick one thing, it would probably just be more of the uncommon things. And two of those are the Owlet baby sock, which is like a smart sock that measures your baby's heart rate and oxygen levels. I did a video on that a little while back that I'll link to below. And the other thing would probably be the Google Daydream VR headset. Again, it's not odd, but it's also not a common household item like other things. So this has been a pretty fun device, and I'll talk more about that in another video. But yeah, I would say those two things are the most odd things I own, if you can call them odd, and I'll link to those below if you want to check those out. Then we've got Owler, who asks, for a laptop for light use, do you recommend going with a tablet plus Bluetooth keyboard, or with a similar price laptop with Windows/Chrome OS, etc.? I would go with a tablet, and I love tablets, but I still just hate typing in those web addresses because you are typing quite a bit. People don't realize how much they're typing. You're not typing a document for school or for work, but you are typing in comments on social. You're typing in searches, web addresses, and whether it's on your phone and your finger is hitting two letters at the same time, or you're on a tablet and you just start typing away with one finger, it gets annoying. So that's where I like to have a keyboard, and I get that you can have that on the tablets. But for me personally, if you're asking, I would say the Chrome OS. So check out a Chromebook. The Chromebook Pro is supposed to come out this year from Samsung. That looks pretty cool. There is the Chromebook Plus, which looks awesome. I haven't used it myself, but I've heard great things about it, and I'll link to that below. It's a pretty affordable laptop that is sleek, it's fast, it does the job, and I would personally probably go with that for my light use laptop. Next question is from Brian. Brian wants to know, which other tech YouTubers do you subscribe to? For the sake of simplicity and time, I will just link to some of my favorite tech tubers below in the video description right here on YouTube. Next question comes from Larry Lucky Pants 1, and Larry, you do win today for the best username. And Larry asks, do you feel pressure to release videos often as a YouTube content creator? So I do have a little bit of pressure. That is why I'm trying to do at least 1 to 2 a week. I've started this Sunday show as a way to kind of force me to do at least one video, although I do try to get 2 out per week. So there is a little bit of pressure, but it's a good pressure because I very much enjoy creating these videos for you. T. Ruggeroni, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, asks, what would you recommend for people wanting to start a YouTube channel? So I would say just start. It's as simple as that. Start now. Start creating content, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly. Just get going. Don't worry about equipment and sound and lighting. That all comes naturally over time as you perfect the core of your channel, which is the content. Almost everybody has a smartphone with a decent camera, so you can start creating content now, even if you're just holding it up and doing your entire videos in selfie modes. Whether it's vlogging, tech reviews, food, whatever it is, just get started. Go to every YouTuber that you follow that is in the millions in terms of subscribers, go to their videos, filter it down from oldest to newest, and just watch their first few videos, and you will be amazed about how much they suck. But they started creating, and they adapted, and they molded into who they are today just from time. So you've got to just start experimenting and get that content out there. That is all I have for today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the Q&A segment. Let me know in the comment section below, and if so, maybe I'll include some Q&A at the end of each Sunday refresh. I won't make it an entire episode like this one, but if you guys like the questions, keep them coming in the comment section. Keep asking on social, wherever it is, and I will do my best to get back to those questions, whether it's here on a video or just on social or in the comment section. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. And until next week, this is the Sunday Refresh right here on Tech Audit TV.